thing, Brady. We're going to do that for about 10 minutes or 15. So be active. Be active during this time. Stack hats.
Face this way.
Get it right. Do it right. Do it right. I got my home. My home got delivered today. I got the electric.
All right, we're the Aquinas football coach Tom Lee here. We're actually on a football practice field. Let's start there before we talk about anything else. What's it like to be out here with these kids?
Way better than trying to figure out how we're going to get back and forth, and when we have masks on and masks off, and when we're how we're going to get water. It's way better.
We talked a little bit earlier about the process of putting these practices together. Walk through that a little bit in terms of how difficult it was and the kind of cooperation you guys had to have as a staff.
Well, first of all, my staff's been awesome. We've been meeting all the time. I'm sure their wives probably, I drive them nuts a little bit because I've been I've been on them a lot. But we've had to say, okay, here's our problem. How are we going to respond to it? Limited practice time, lack of bus. Our practice field is 5 miles from our school. We don't just get to walk out the back door. Locker room facilities and no showers, and how we're going to distribute equipment. So that's been a chore, and I think for the last 3 nights I probably slept with about one eye open and got to think of something else that I got to do all the time. But now I think we'll find some roadblock, I'm sure, at some point. But right now, at least we're out here and we got our plan and we're rolling.
One thing you're not going to have to worry about is getting ready for home games.
No.
This year.
Right.
Talk about being road dogs all year.
You know what? If that's what it took for us to play, that's what we were going to do. Matt, our athletic director, has done an awesome job. I'm sure being an AD right now is super difficult. And anything that we could take out of the equation to make it easier, we were going to do that.
All right, we're the Aquinas sophomore quarterback, Jackson Flottmeyer here. A guy who got some experience last year as a freshman, maybe unanticipated, but went out on the field and held his own out there. Talk about what that experience last year can do for you this year as you kind of take a much bigger role with the team.
Well, it really helped me gain confidence out there to be on the field because last year I went into the game sort of nervous and scared, and just after coming out with a win and then being able to play in GET the next week and get some experience in that game too really meant a lot to me, and I think I can use that this year in football.
Okay. Looked like a different person this year.
Yeah.
A little bigger. Tell us a little bit about your growth in the off season. You went from what size last year to this year?
I went from 6'2", 170 to 6'5", 210.
And what do you attribute that to? What were you doing all off season?
Well, I changed my diet plan. I was really healthy food and just lifting a lot more. I'd lift about twice a day, each day, just really to get ready for this.
Okay. Tell us about the football things. You talked about going over to UWL with some teammates and stuff.
I'd go over to UWL a couple times a week with Will Cambio, Aiden Lee, Ming Huan, Matthew Reutemann, Michael Liam, Joe Pankey, all those guys. We just work on route running. They run one-on-ones just to get better with each other. It was a great experience. It helped me get ready, get better at throwing, just helped me with footwork and other stuff too.
Okay. And I have to ask, with everything always so up in the air for the last 6 months or whatever, what's it like to actually be on the field and being around these guys actually at a football practice?
It's just a dream come true. I'm so happy to be out here.